what vanishes without a trace, leaving behind a legacy of unanswered questions and endless speculation. Imagine a world where the sky was still a frontier, where the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean stretched out, both beautiful and treacherous. A lone aircraft, a silver speck against that endless blue, vanishes. This is the story of Amelia Earhart and Fred Noonan, whose audacious dream to circumnavigate the globe became one of aviation's most enduring mysteries. Their journey, meant to etch their names in history, instead left an enigma that continues to captivate and confound us. Who were these daring aviators, and what confluence of events led to their disappearance over the vast Pacific in 1937? A sense of foreboding and the weight of the unknown hangs heavy over this tale. The year is 1937. Amelia Earhart, already a legend in aviation for her solo transatlantic flight, embarks on an even more ambitious endeavour to become the first woman to circumnavigate the globe. For this perilous journey, she chose the Lockheed Model 10E Electra, a twin-engine marvel of its time, a flying laboratory meticulously equipped for long-distance flight. With her navigator, Fred Noonan, a master of celestial navigation, Earhart charted a course that would take them across vast oceans and continents. The plan was meticulously laid out, with each leg of the journey carefully calculated, but it was the immense Pacific that would pose the greatest challenge. There's an undercurrent of excitement and nervous anticipation as they embark on this grand adventure, unaware of the looming tragedy. Their route took them eastward, across the United States, over the Atlantic to Africa, then eastward again across the Indian Ocean and Southeast Asia. On July 2, 1937, they reached Lae, New Guinea. This was to be one of their final stops before the most dangerous leg of their journey, a 2,500-mile flight to Howland Island, a tiny speck of land in the Central Pacific. The next stage of their journey would test the limits of both the aircraft and the crew, pushing them to the very edge of endurance and demanding the utmost precision in navigation. The weight of the journey, the fatigue, and the sheer isolation of the Pacific begin to take their toll. The flight from Lae to Howland Island was fraught with peril. Howland, a mere 2.5 miles long and half a mile wide, presented a formidable challenge to locate. The vastness of the Pacific, combined with the limitations of 1930s navigation technology, made finding this tiny island a daunting task. The tension mounts as they fly over the endless expanse of water, the island a needle in a haystack. As Earhart and Noonan approached their destination, radio communication with the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Itasca, stationed off Howland Island, became increasingly difficult. Earhart reported intermittent reception and difficulties obtaining a reliable bearing. Her transmissions indicated they were flying in the vicinity of Howland, but unable to spot it. Fuel was running low. Desperation and a growing sense of dread fill the air as the radio crackles with static and garbled messages. The last confirmed radio transmission from Earhart was received at 8:43 a.m. Howland Island time. She reported flying on a line of position 157 degrees-337 degrees. Shortly after, contact was lost. Amelia Earhart and Fred Noonan, along with their aircraft, had vanished. A chilling silence descends, broken only by the sound of waves and the haunting realization of their disappearance. In the wake of Earhart and Noonan's disappearance, one of the largest air and sea searches in history was launched. The U.S. Navy and Coast Guard scoured hundreds of thousands of square miles of the Pacific Ocean, a massive undertaking that involved ships, aircraft, and personnel. Despite the extensive efforts, no trace of the Electra or its occupants was ever found. The search was eventually called off, leaving behind a mystery that has endured for decades. A profound sense of loss and unanswered questions lingers, casting a shadow over the world's collective memory. The futility of the search, the vastness of the ocean, and the agonizing uncertainty leave a deep wound. The lack of concrete evidence has fueled countless theories and speculations about what might have happened to Amelia Earhart and Fred Noonan. These theories range from the plausible to the outlandish, each attempting to unravel the enigma of their disappearance. The crash and sink theory. The most widely accepted theory is that the Electra simply ran out of fuel and crashed into the ocean. The immense depth of the Pacific would explain why no wreckage has ever been found. The Gardner Island, Nikumaroro. Hypothesis. This theory suggests that Earhart and Noonan, unable to find Howland Island, landed on Gardner Island, now Nikumaroro, a remote and uninhabited atoll. Proponents of this theory point to artifacts discovered on the island that might be linked to Earhart. The Japanese capture theory. Some believe that Earhart and Noonan were captured by the Japanese, who were expanding their territory in the Pacific at the time. This theory often includes scenarios of espionage or imprisonment. Other theories. Over the years, many other theories have emerged, including the idea that Earhart and Noonan survived and assumed new identities, or that the disappearance was a staged event. Amelia Earhart's disappearance has captured the world's imagination for over 8 decades. The mystery surrounding her fate, combined with her pioneering spirit and courage, has made her an icon. She represents the boundless ambition and adventurous spirit of the early days of aviation, and her story continues to inspire and intrigue people of all ages. The enduring mystery of her disappearance only adds to her legendary status, ensuring that her name will never be forgotten. Ultimately, the fate of Amelia Earhart and Fred Noonan remains one of history's most baffling and haunting mysteries. Their disappearance serves as a reminder of the inherent risks of exploration and the power of the unknown. Despite the lack of a definitive answer, their story continues to captivate and inspire, a testament to Earhart's courage, determination, and pioneering spirit. The mystery surrounding their final flight ensures that their legacy will endure, prompting us to keep searching, keep questioning, and keep the spirit of adventure alive. What do you think happened to Amelia Earhart and Fred Noonan? Dive into the mystery with us in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more fascinating historical mysteries, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Share this video with anyone who loves a good mystery.